Mayor Daley is both a friend, a mentor, and being in this office, you understand the pressures on it. But my goal, my responsibility is to find an answer to the problems that were here. This is a serious one. But what happened here is not one person. And I generally, as a rule, try to avoid the blame game. For other people, maybe a cathartic exercise. I'm more interested in using my emotional, mental energy on trying to find a solution. That's one. Two, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to now, when I see it in print, I'm sure I'm going to regret I say it this way. There are a lot of hands on the bloody knife, not one.
Who are they? You want to name them?
So, but when I say, but when I say that, you know, Yogi was a mayor. He is the mayor. My view is, you know, when let's take the examples of school for one reason. In 1995, when the mayor or the city was given authority on the schools, the legislature passed the 95 through 2004 policy. Yeah. Okay. In 2009, and the very time in which benefits were being enriched, as well as there was no adjustment on the contribution from employees. And in 2009 to 2012, the legislature passed the what would be nominal payments rather. So, and let me say another thing. When people negotiated things, even leaders of organized labor knew that the contribution level wasn't not just I'm beyond schools now.
All right,
so let me say this, so that the contributions were not equal or would never measure up to the benefits. And so in my view, a lot of people were participatory in either not making decisions, or the decisions they made, they knew they were not fulfilling their responsibility.
All right, but now...
So I'm not looking, I don't want to, there were more people involved, and don't try to say Mayor, I did not accuse Richard of his hand on the bloody knife, but I mean, a lot of people were participatory in how we got here.
Now,
which is why I also say Springfield has a responsibility to helping us, because Springfield, like take a look at 3538 and police and fire. They mandated this years of formula type contributions that 2016 you got to make up for everything else that wasn't done in the past. I mean, that came out of there. And there's a different way to do it, is a blunt instrument to a very difficult item, and we're living with their edict.
So, Moody's has made a decision you've criticized. However, the damage is done, isn't it? I mean, hundreds of millions of dollars are going to be the price for what they have done, whether it was right or wrong, irresponsible or not. Mm-hmm. Right? Well, that's what Lois Scott said in her affidavit.
What?
That a further downgrade, which has now happened, is going to be costly to the tune of hundreds of millions.
Well, look, I mean, there is, Moody took an act, and I do think it's, I mean, I want to repeat here and not just skip on what I've said, which I really do believe. This was, the decision by the Supreme Court was on a state bill. And
they've now put the state on credit watch.
Which I thought, if you were going to raise something, as I raised last night, and obviously you stayed up eating your popcorn watching it.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things they would normally do is, here's a credit watch. They did none of that activity with us, which is why I called what they did irresponsible. The state has, and I'm doing a guess, $7 to $8 billion of unpaid bills. We don't have that position. So we are in a different position, and it was a judgment on the state legislation. So that's why I called what they did irresponsible. I've said since day one, when I was running, and I announced in November of 2010, Mayor in 2011, which is to each of the budget exercises, that this day of reckoning was going to come. We can't put it off, which is why I went so hard on getting both labor and municipal done. And I will say we are having right now healthy discussions with police and fire on how to resolve their pension security needs with a way that does not unfairly burden taxpayers. And those are good discussions, and it is going to be consequential. Now, to the fiscal health, I constantly remind people, and I don't think it's worth, I don't think I want to skip on this, Fran. There is an economic piece of this, that the city is strong and getting stronger, and the reason we have to deal with this is so we continue to get strong.
So how do you get away with any benefit cuts in light of this Supreme Court wording?
Okay, one, I'm gonna address this as I did yesterday, because I really we have a legal principle, and it's also consistent with both the Supreme Court decision, we believe. And we don't just believe it ourselves. People like John Schmidt have also concurred. And I want to draw it out. And you know this, but it's important for people to understand it. The state is under legal obligation to pay for the pension. We were never as a city. When we negotiated with Labor and Municipal, which is what's now going through the courts, we did something fundamentally different from where the city's position has always been. We said we're now we will guarantee payment. So that's why we fundamentally think that we're not impairing, but we're preserving the pension by having now finally signed on as a guarantor. Something we were never required to do. And I'll slightly say it, and the actions in the last 30 years reflected that we were never a guarantor. The actions I'm taking now says we will. The state bill actually took money out, Labor's and Municipal. We actually every year add money in. Fundamental difference.
I know your arguments,
but so when you say, and so we don't think we're impairing their benefit.
I know what you're saying.
It's not just me. A lot of smart people also agree with and concur.
But
and
if you are wrong, what happens?
Well, you want to race ahead, and I'm not going to go into court with a public position. The mayor would say, if we're wrong here, that's tactically, but more importantly, we don't believe we're wrong. And I'm not...
but you must have a plan B. There has to be a plan B. You can't just fly by the seat of your pants without one.
Well, I'm not... First of all, Fran, the product of our the Labor and Municipal plan, and I don't think you should skip over this. Workers are making their contribution right now as you and I sit and talk. And we're, in the budget I'm proposing, we will put our $50 million, because we're collecting that revenue today as well. And so we will be down the road on this pension agreement.
If you're wrong, what is plan B?
We believe we're right.
And you won't even discuss it?
I think it would be, I don't want to use the word irresponsible. I don't think it's the appropriate thing to discuss a plan B while you're going to court on plan A. And that's number one. Number two, we happen to think we are both legally, constitutionally, and fiduciary acting responsible.